What's a monograph? It's special body, and today we're gonna do one part 2 of what if Naruto ate the gum gum no mi. So the last time we left off was, without any further ado, let's get watching. So the last time we left off was where Naruto met his team 7, which is the same. And in the last part, I told the ships, which were Naruto was Naruto and Sakura, or Naruto was Ino. And there are many people who did they were not, they no one even told me. So anyways, it's not gonna be important now, but it's gonna be later stuff. So I just want to tell you guys something. Many of the YouTubers have done what if Naruto and what if, which has romance between Ino and Naruto, but there are literally nothing between Naruto and Sakura. But if there is something in Naruto and Sakura, it's like a harem. Okay, so Sakura isn't an individual woman for Naruto. I think in this what if there can be a possibility. How you might, that's your guys' decision. So anyways, let's continue. So Naruto and Sakura and Sasuke are at the tower, the team 7, Kakashi saying that. And this time, as I said, Naruto is a Luffy kind of character, so he wants to become the strongest in the world. And that's his dream. And Sakura and Sasuke's, still dream is just like that. Sakura, has a weird giggle of thinking about Sasuke. Yeah. And they start, Kakashi says about the belt test, and Naruto is hyped, to show his power. And Naruto, it's like Naruto thinks that he should show his power. He should show his power because he knows that he's he's fourth Hokage's son, but he doesn't want the fourth Hokage's name to define him, even though he's Naruto Namikaze, which he introduced, and the group was surprised. And yeah, so the belt test starts, and the next day the belt test starts. Naruto, Sakura and Sasuke go and hide, and this time Naruto just faces Kakashi. Naruto jumps, not jumps, he uses his expansion. He doesn't use his expansion jutsu. He says he thinks in his mind extend, and his leg starts extending like he doesn't extend his hand. He starts spinning his hand. Okay, and Kakashi doesn't know what he's doing, but Kakashi sees that his hand is like rubber. Okay, it's just spinning like rubber. And then Naruto says "Gamu Gamu no pistol," and Naruto's hand. Kakashi is confused about why Naruto's. They have a little bit of distance, so Kakashi thinks that Naruto's hand can't reach him. But then Kakashi is mistaken. A punch of then from Naruto, a hand comes, a punch comes, and it hits Kakashi dead on in the face. Kakashi is sending flying because Naruto is much stronger in taijutsu or in physical power, because he doesn't have chakra, and due to that the QB is sealed inside him fully because the seal is strengthened, and the QB gets, even if QB tries to influence Naruto, it won't budge because the devil fruit has this work on Naruto. And Kakashi gets up after falling by Naruto's trick. Kakashi's eyes are like wide, and Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are like, what the flash, is that a jutsu or something like that? But Sasuke says that no, it isn't, because he didn't see Naruto doing any hand signs, and for jutsu you need to do hand signs, and like, what is that? Naruto's like, come on Kakashi sensei, is that a jonin all got, is that all you got? And Kakashi is like, you know what, he closes his book and has a taijutsu battle, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then Naruto jumps. He doesn't jump like Hyula, he jumps, and then when coming down he says Gamu Gamu no Bagyachalinga, quite distance in the air. And Kakashi, who was off guard the first time, also gets off guard the second time, and Naruto's hand extends like 5 meters or something like that. Naruto's hand extends and does a Gatling. So Kakashi, who can't dodge, who was off guard again, gets smacked gets his ass whooped by the Gatling. And yeah, the punches are super strong. So yeah, basically Kakashi is getting his ass whooped by Naruto. Naruto, starts using his starts punching Kakashi like gum gum no pistol, gum gum no pistol. He's just using his distance against Kakashi, and he isn't letting Kakashi know any time to breathe, because he knows that even Kakashi is a Jonin and kind of stuff like that. Kakashi is pissed off that Naruto isn't even giving him any time to do. So when Naruto says gum gum no pistol, Kakashi jumps up. So Naruto attack misses, and when he takes a breather and opens his Sharingan because he had enough of this. And Sasuke sees that and he's like, what the hell, why does Kakashi have Sharingan? And Sakura is just like standing there, like her eyes widen and her mouth dropped, because she doesn't know what the hell is happening anymore. And yeah, Naruto, Naruto sees Kakashi's Sharingan is imitated just a bit, but that's all Kakashi needed. Kakashi drops to the ground. I mean, he comes down and starts running full speed to Naruto and gives him a punch in the stomach, and this sends Naruto flying. But who knew that Naruto would use his environment to his advantage? When Naruto is flying, he passes passes through two trees. Okay, but Naruto quickly uses his hand as a cover, as a stopping one to stop the pressure he was given to him. But Naruto forgot that he could expand, so he got stretched, and then Naruto's like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And then Naruto pulled himself back, and it was like a rocket. The speed was like a rocket, and before Naruto could hit Kakashi, Naruto thought of an idea. Naruto ongoing idea, and he pulled back the hands which were back. Naruto poured grip to him, and stretched, pulled Naruto pulled his hand back to his normal size, and with the force being rocketed and Naruto pulling his hand size, he extends his hand, calling Kamigami no Rocket Bazooka, and hits Kakashi square in the stomach, which knocks the wind out of him, knocks him out, and then sends him flying. And Naruto, just before Kakashi could fully fly, Naruto catches the two bears, and boom, Naruto defeated Kakashi in this timeline. Why? Because Kakashi was got off guard too many times, and Kakashi was already weakened by the Gatling and the pistols, Gum no pistol, many times. This Sasuke was like, what the fish? And Sasuke, Sakura both came out, and they both ran to Naruto and asked what the hell that was. Naruto just said that it is his power. And Sasuke asked, Genkai? Naruto asked, well, yeah, I guess I can stretch, I would say. I'm like a rubber, kind of like that. So yeah, Naruto was super good. Okay. And so Naruto was won against Kakashi, and Kakashi starts he landed, and Kakashi was enraged like hell. What the hell happened? And he started running back to the training field. Naruto was just standing there with the two bells on, and Kakashi came with an enraged face and panting heavily, because he ran a couple of miles from where he was to now. So he was panting. It's like he doesn't know and he doesn't care. So anyways, Kakashi comes back and asks Naruto about what this power was, but Naruto just says that it's KK Genkai, and yeah, that's it. Naruto gets promoted to Genin, and Kakashi takes the belt that Naruto had, and Sakura and Sasuke had to fight for the belts, and Sakura was tied to the thumb, and Naruto offered a food which impressed Sakura about how caring Naruto was. So Sakura ate it, and then Sasuke was like, you know what, eat mine also, and Sakura happily ate it. And then Kakashi came out of the forest and says that the team 7 passed, and they were the new team 7. So for 1 month they did the same D rank missions, but Naruto was fed up even more than before. and Naruto, just straight up asked Hokage to give him a new mission. Okay, so they were like, sure, why not? And Tazuna comes in, the interaction goes pretty same, but this time Naruto's has more height than usual, I could say. So he's around the same height as, he's a little taller than Sasuke because he has been working out instead of just doing chakra thingy because he knows that he can't do chakra. And then Naruto and the team 7 start going to the land of waves. And this time I'm going to give Naruto something good. I mean, his power is good, a boost, you could say. So let's continue. Naruto and the Naruto go, and Naruto, due to not having chakra, can't sense. So he walks past the puddle, and to Genin to Chunin level, the demon brothers jump up. But Naruto, whose reaction time is much faster than what it was, he just extends his hand and catches grips the demon brothers' head and smashes them into each other, which knocks them out. Sasuke is shocked because he couldn't even react. So he's like, yo, this guy's speed is super good. The reaction time is super good. And oh my god, the plane flying over here. Why the fuck is the planes flying over here? Fuck you. So Naruto and Sasuke, they continue upwards. Kakashi figures that this is more than a sea rank mission. It should be an A rank mission. And then a couple of minutes later, the mist rolls up, and boom, Zabuza's here. And Naruto isn't that scared as Zabuza, but he's still scared. I mean, come on, man, bloodlust and kind of stuff like that. And Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura imitated, and they are like stand still, and Naruto, can keep up with what he can think logically right now. And Kakashi, assures them that he can take care of it. And the first part of Kakashi vs Zabuza goes the same, but when Zabuza is Kakashi is trapped into his water prison. Naruto, without quickly making a movement, without wasting any time, jumps and uses Gum Gum no Gatling. Zabuza, who was surprised by this stretchy guy and his hits hitting way more harder. Okay, so Zabuza left his grip on the prison way quicker, and Kakashi was able to defeat Zabuza this time. And Haku still comes and picks up Zabuza, seemingly dead. And yeah, they all go back. And Sasuke is jealous of Naruto because even Sasuke couldn't do anything in the fight with Kakashi as well as the demon brothers, and now this, he even beat up Jonin level, man. What the hell is going on? And yeah, so Kakashi still collapses, and Naruto this time picks him up instead of Sazuna picking him up, and they go to Naruto's house. They go to Sazuna's house, and the interaction between Naruto and Izumi, I believe his name is, Sazuna's grandson, their relationship goes the same. So when Kakashi wakes up and starts training, Kakashi instantly finds out that Naruto can't use chakra, and Naruto just says that he can't use chakra. So Sasuke figures that it's like a give and take. Naruto has this power, but he can't use chakra. So it's like his jealousy comes down a lot because Naruto has something that he can't do, but he has something that Naruto can't do. So Sasuke still thinks that Naruto is his rival and kind of stuff like that. And but Naruto doesn't think of Sasuke as a rival because he wants to become the strongest man possible. And yeah, Naruto does something else in the series because Kakashi doesn't really know what to teach Naruto because he can't. Sasuke, what is Kakashi can't expand his hands or something, so he doesn't know what to teach Naruto. But Kakashi gives some pointers to Naruto's ability by when he was facing off, that Naruto's speed and power were not that, but Naruto, due to this power, he could catch a lot of people off guard, but that would only work for a little time. So Naruto had to gain experience now. So Naruto started training for this. He punched the tree again and again. He kicked the tree. He started running, he basically went up to his limit and fall down, and he passed out. The next day, his interaction with Haku goes the same, and Haku realizes that he's a boy. Yeah, that also goes the same. But the other 2 days, Naruto finds that Naruto doesn't know what he should do and kind of stuff like that. So he asks Kakashi about what a rubber thing could do. Kakashi is confused, but Sakura comes in because Sakura's intelligent and says that when you increase the rubbers, when you rub a rubber into a wall, it increases its heat. It generates electricity. So it generates heat. Naruto's like, what the hell are you talking about? And Sakura explains in more detail. Sakura says that when you use rubber to make a friction, because Sakura did it a lot of time because she had pens and pencils, so she did a lot of time. So Sakura says that when you just make a rubber move, so for example, I'll just say it quickly what Sakura says. So just have a rubber friction itself, it will heat, right? Just like that. When you guys have a rubber, and when you use it and just heat it, you just use friction to heat it, okay? It gets heat. So this is Naruto doesn't figure it out, and he says that he'll just figure something out. Sakura thinks that he didn't help Naruto, so she just used his own book. And Naruto and Sakura's and Sasuke training just goes the same, but this time Sasuke approaches Kakashi, not caring for his pride, because he wants to surpass Naruto this time, because Naruto has something that he doesn't. But even though Naruto doesn't have something that he does, Sasuke just thinks of the negative part. So Kakashi, because Sasuke saw Kakashi's Sharingan way earlier than what he did in the canon, he asked Kakashi to train him the Sharingan. So Kakashi is like, yeah, so why not? And he trains Sasuke with the Sharingan. And due to Sakura feeling helpless because she can't do basically anything, she approaches Kakashi, and Kakashi just teaches Sakura some genjutsu. So yeah, Sakura is going to be useful this time because she's one of the candidates for Naruto's girlfriends. Okay. So yeah, Naruto this dude figures out something which is cool, okay? And the next day they go to Naruto, due to he overexerting himself, he gets knocked out. Kakashi comes to where Naruto was training, and he sees heat. Kakashi is like, what the hell is happening? And he doesn't know what Naruto just did, and Kakashi takes Naruto and puts him to sleep. So Naruto didn't wake up early, so yeah, all that incident with the other two members who came to kill Inari and mom, Inari is his name, that still happens. Naruto still protects their asses, and Naruto runs towards the bridge. This time a lot faster because he has more physical strength than what he had in the canon. Naruto reaches quicker, and the fight goes the same. Zabuza comes, and the mist goes, and Zabuza and Kakashi start their battle, and Sasuke and Haku start their battle. But in the midst of all of this, Naruto jumps, saying that I am here, and jumps and jumps in the middle of both the battles. Zabuza sees Naruto and says that Naruto has to be dealt fast, and says to Haku to finish to take care of Naruto. So Haku starts forms some hand signs and uses the demonic crystal mirror, and she traps Sasuke with, and Naruto being Naruto jumps inside her. And Naruto and Sasuke, due to Sasuke training with Kakashi, he is able to unlock his one Tomoe Sharingan, is the 1 and 2 Tomoe of it. And due to that, Sasuke can perceive what Haku is doing, but Haku increases his faster by his speed faster by faster, and yeah, Naruto is like just thinking what he can do, but due to him he can't, because due to Naruto can't have getting any attacks because well he is rubber. Yeah, I mean even if you pierce rubber it won't have any damage. Yeah, it will bleed, sure, but that's all it will do. It will cause less pain. Naruto is like, you know what, I'm gonna use my new move. He just says that loud, which yeah, everyone hears it. Zabuza, Kakashi, Tazuna, Sakura, and Sasuke, and Haku even. And then he sees to Sakura, who is outside the demon mirror, and thanks Sakura for the idea. Sakura's confused, and then she remembers what idea she gave, and she's like, how did you make it to reality? Then Naruto stretches his arm, and a bloop goes in his arm. Sasuke sees it. He doesn't understand what the hell was that. So bloop means a friction. Basically Naruto is using his rubber as a friction to heat his body, and Naruto starts heating and says gear 2 mode on, and Naruto speed is increased 100-fold. The friction increases speed by 100-fold. Not 100-fold, I think three times speed, and Naruto is able to blend his power, speed, his reaction time, everything is increased. And when Haku uses Senbon at him, Naruto is able to dodge easily and crack one mirrors with his pistol. And then Naruto with the speed grabs Sasuke and throws him out of the mirror, and comes out as well. And due to Haku while being in the mirror, Naruto decides, he jumps up and he's in the top of the mirror and uses Gear 2 Gama Gama no Chata Gatlinga. And yeah, he uses Jet Gatling. If you guys don't know what Jet Gatling is, basically Gama Gama no Gatling with Gear 2 on. So he just says it's Jet Gatling. And boom, the demonized crystal mirrors are destroyed. Haku is there lying on the ground motionless. I mean, he didn't die, he just knocked out. And Kakashi finishes Zabuza because Haku isn't there to sacrifice. Kakashi finishes Zabuza, and then the Gato's men come, and Haku wakes up, and Haku is enraged that Zabuza died, and Gato was kicking Zabuza, and yeah, that happened. Haku went on a rampage to Gatos, and he killed all of Gatos' men, but he got pierced and Haku died. I'm not gonna even though Haku is a cool character, I don't think he would live. And yeah, Sasuke would ask what the fish that power was. Naruto just sees Sakura and smiles at her, with Sakura blushes. And yeah, even though I did say that Naruto has two options, Ino or Sakura, I'm gonna go with Sakura. So yeah, I don't care about your opinion. And Naruto says that Sakura told that when rubber is it does have friction, it heats. So I just did by using my rubber to make a friction. Basically, I use my rubber to make inside out to make a friction. I used it, and due to that my body heated, and it's like, and due to that my power increased threefold, I guess. Naruto's Kakashi is like, that's some great thing, and she congrats Sakura for giving an idea. Naruto Sasuke is like, what the hell, why the hell is, yeah, he thought that he just got close to Naruto, and Naruto just got this new move. Sasuke is angry, but yeah. And that's why we're gonna leave for this episode. Naruto and the gang comes to the Konoha village, and they meet the sand trio, and the entire interaction happens. Same, but when Kankuro lifts up Konohamaru, in this time then Konohamaru, Naruto and Konohamaru's relationship is just as the same as they were in canon. Naruto catches Zabuza's hand and starts twisting it. So not Zabuza, Kankuro's hand, Naruto grabs Kankuro's hand and starts twisting it. And Gaara comes in and stops them both and asks Naruto what his name is, because he could harm his brother. And Naruto says his name is not Uzumaki, and then Gara looks at Sasuke, Sasuke looks at Gara, Gara asks what Sasuke's name is, Sasuke says Uchiha. Gara says that he will be looking forward to fight them both. Yeah. That's and they are go ask Kakashi to what the hell is happening, and Kakashi says about the Chunin exams and Naruto and the team are hyped. And yeah, that's where we're gonna leave for this episode, guys. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe, do the next stuff, and if you don't, I can understand. So peace out.